Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to ask you basically, as a professional data analyst, for you to give us some insight on the importance of data analysis and data analysts, like profiles like you, in current professional football clubs nowadays. Like, you know, it's a profile that clubs are looking for. It's really important, data analytics in general in football, as we think it is.
I really think it's really important because in England it's something that is already happening. They are hiring a lot of professionals from the analysis part, and here in Spain nowadays we are trying to evolve, and I think it's really important because it's the other side of the same coin. It's not just the evaluation of the players from a coach perspective. It's also the importance of analyzing the players from an objective point of view. And because of that, I think it's something that is going to stay here with us, and it's going to evolve with AI, with a lot of new tendencies and new practices to identify talent.
Yeah, actually my next question was in that line. How do you see data analytics in football in the next 10 years from now?
I think there are a lot of fields where data analytics can improve a lot. One example is the analysis of the market tendencies, new patterns, try to identify where all the clubs where are they getting the value, a sample, where you can sell the players, identifying the countries that export the most valuable players. There are a lot of fields that you can try to develop new tendencies. At this very moment, almost all the new tendencies are related to signing new players, and because of that, there's still room for improvement when it comes to develop new tendencies, as I just mentioned. Identifying where you can sell the players, what's the most the historical transfers, if there's any pattern when it comes to, okay, so I just bought a player from the French second division, so what is going to be his value maybe in 2 years if he performs that way? So you can try to identify some new patterns, some new inside information.
Yeah, because sometimes we just think about data analytics about pure what's happening in the pitch. But I say, no, what about the market? What about so many other aspects that can actually...
The point here is that we are just... It's really important. What happens on the pitch is going to have a really great impact on the club. But it is also important to analyze the other aspects, not just what is happening in the pitch. There's a lot of room for improvement when it comes to managing your own teams, and in terms of financial, in terms of how you distribute your scouts, how you do a lot of things within the club, and that's really important. You can imagine to use all that information also for marketing, for ticketing. There's a lot of room for improvement.
Brilliant. And just as a last question, what would be your advice for any person, whether it's a person starting a master's with us in Sporta Campus, or doing it, or not even that, a person who wants to become a professional in football in something related with data? What would be your advice to that person who's at home thinking, I want to be in football, what do I do?
I will say there are some few recommendations or tips that I can give. First of all, it's really important the networking. It's really important to stay in touch with professionals of the sector, to know their insights, their expectations from data. Most of the times people who work with data is really focused just on the data, and they sometimes forget what the other part needs, what coaches need, what sporting director needs. And they have to learn how to understand that and how to transform what they have into what they need. That's really important. They have to be creative. For me, I would say it's really important if they are able to develop the skill of coming up with new ideas, new disruptive ideas that can create new tendencies of working. And maybe a small club, if he's able to work with new ideas, new disruptive ideas, is able to become bigger than expected in comparison with other. It's other way of fighting or competing. Maybe when you lack of some resources, maybe you are disruptive. Is a new way to try to compete.
Not everything can hire sign Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly. You have to try to identify new ways of competing. And if you look at most of the small teams that sometimes have grown so fast, it's because of that. Because they try to explore new paths, new methodologies, and that's what's make them different in that way. You cannot compete in terms of economics with big clubs.
Exactly.